Hi, this is Paul. Welcome to the channel. I'm here at House of Refuge. It's a beautiful little area here in Martin County. It's on Hutchinson Island. Basically, it's got a lot of history. It goes back a long ways. This is a great place for photography. Lots of weddings take place here. I've done some model shoots here. And just take the family here, kind of reflect on life. But it's a pretty area. I think it's high tide. Oh, got soaked. Well, I did get very wet on that last shot. Learned my lesson. But weather sealing is great on the Fuji's, but I gotta go home and get all the salt off this. Anyways, we're gonna go back home, put these photos into Lightroom and Photoshop, and see what we get. Hello, I'm back from the beach. I'm dried off at my home office. So I just want to be transparent. Dehancer, they reached out to me. They said, hey, can you do a review on our product? And I said, sure. And in lieu of that, they give me a small commission, but I'm going to give you guys a 10% discount if you put Fuse 10 when you sign up for Dehancer. I'll have that in the description. Okay, so let's get right into it. Let's take a look at the photos from the beach. Okay, we're in the latest version of Photoshop. That's how I'm going to run the Dehancer software. And right now I've got a few pictures from the beach. So these were shot with my Fuji X Pro 2, the standard raw files that come out of the camera. I still love this camera. So you can do a lot with Dehancer. This is an incredible program, I have to say. I have it on the original file right here. So you can go two ways. You could use their presets, which, as you can see, there's all types of film emulations, from Fuji to Ilford, Kodak. Got some black and white down here as well, Polaroid. So, and it even has, here it is here, it even has the expiration date on there, 1986. Oh boy, that was a long time ago. I come from the film days, so I've tried different film stocks over the years, but not the past 10, 12 years. I still experiment with film. But we have such a rich amount of presets to go through. I'm not going to do a really detailed review. I think there's a lot of those on YouTube. I'm going to go through my personal preferences that I find were really cool. The first thing, since I'm a Fuji guy, I was going down to this one here, the Fuji Eterna Vivid. So as you can see, it's all the presets are put in, and over on this side, you have all these different categories. The big one here is the film grain. I personally don't like that much film grain. And as you can see, you can slide these to 0. And there's a multitude of sliders in each section. You can go up here to develop the developer. And you can tweak what they have done, which is awesome. It's all preference, and that's what makes it a really great program. So, I mean, if we come down here on this side, you know, maybe we'll come up, we got some bloom highlights, bring that down a little bit, bring the highlights down a little bit, protect those. Put a little bit of a vignette in here. That's exposure. Let's do a little less vignette. You can see that. So that's pretty cool. I mean, I think it's a great application that's probably good before you do your final edits, just to get some of the filmic things put together, and then you go back and you can do your final tweaks in Photoshop or Lightroom. But I think we're going to move on to another photo. So here's the original Fuji file. This is a little wider shot. This is the tower at the House of Refuge, which is now a museum. It's an observation tower. And we've got a nice cool look here. Let's try a different film stock. I think I want to try, this one looks interesting, this Kodak Arrow Color 4-125. Let's click that on there. I think right off the bat, it gives you a really cool filmic look. Here's the preview, on and off. We can tweak this a little bit too. So you've got the flexibility of taking the Dehancer team who put this together, these presets, and we can come in here and play around with, you know, they even have print papers. I've been playing with these a little bit, and it gives you different hues and different values in the color. So here's Fujifilm, there's log, film look, linear. So we've got all types of things going on here. I mean, I would bring some saturation down a little bit. As you can see, we can get into film grain. I would bring the film grain down a little bit. And you can see the grain. It's really amazing how it shows up in all the different midtones, the highlights. We can go into, let's go down to, let's see, let's try bloom. There are all types of experimentation sliders here. I mean, you could do this for hours. I just like to for this demonstration, I would take more time than what I'm doing. This is cool too, the halation here. And you can smooth it out. But the color rendition, I mean, it really looks like film. That's what makes it so impressive. You can even get into the color in here, and if you really want to play with this in the blue, green, and red, you can get really involved in this. Let's move on. I like this one. I like this look. I'm going to move on to another photo. This one might be cool in black and white. It's got this texture in here from the wood. This is just under the tower. So let's look around. You know, there's other presets in here as well. Besides the Dehancer team, I think they have some guest photographers in here. You know, I recognize some of these photographers probably on Instagram. Here's Cam Mackey, I know of him. And they have their own presets that are inside of this program, and they look really cool. But for now, I'm going to stick with the Dehancer team, and we'll go into a black and white one. I like the Ilford XP2 Super 400. Click on it, and there it is. It's really interesting. It's looking like film. I'm going to do my thing. I'm going to take a little grain out. Let's see what else we can do in here. Black point. You can just experiment with this. Maybe open up the blacks a little bit, and here's your white points. Bring it up a little bit. Really impressive. Really, really interesting program. it takes film emulation to a new level. Just playing around with some of these options in here. I like that. We've got some seashells down by the seashore. I'm just going to go through all of these presets. And of course, it depends on your exposure level. I just want to show everybody some of these. That one's really nice. That's the Eterna Vivid again. There's the D version. That one's interesting. Velvia, Instax. Here's that arrow color. I really like this arrow color. That's one of my favorites. This one's like got a warm look to it, the Ektar 25. That one's cool too, the Vision 3. And here's the Polaroid. So as you can see, we've gone through a wide variety of the emulations.
Here are a few more before and after shots that I captured on the beach.
Okay, I hope you liked the demonstration with the Dehancer film emulation. Please subscribe and give me a like if you can, and I'll see you guys on the next one.